Hi guys, welcome back to another SciCraft episode. So the second episode since we're starting over. Of course, we're still in the early game stage. The goal is now to continue with some starter farms, so we're getting established, get the most important items, so we can make more interesting projects later. So we just need to do the normal progression again. I'm gonna start by showing you around a little bit. We have more basic farms that cover some of the needs. For example, pork chop is something we needed. We've been eating steak before in 1.12 because back then farming mushroom cows was really the easiest way to get steak, which is basically the same as pork chop in terms of the stats. And now in 1.19 it's definitely a lot easier to farm hoglins and get cooked pork chop. Now, basically, the hipster food would be steak, while 1.12 it was vice versa. Alright, let's head over and check out the Hogland Farm. Alright, here it is, the basic Hogland Farm that's gonna produce enough food for the whole server. It's actually that ridiculous. Remember, I actually made a video about this topic, that it's way too easy to get food now. Basically, pork chop or steak is pretty much the best food source. Some would argue golden carrots, but yeah, for us, pork chop is definitely the best food we can eat. Yeah, it's really that simple. All you need is basically a spawning platform. We have light to prevent the piglins spawning. Then the hoglins are scared of the warped mushroom here. They would pathfind away from it. Using the good old trapdoor trick, they fall down, drop shoot here, are set on fire, get a little bit of fall damage as well, and then they are killed by the fire damage, so they would even drop the cooked pork chop. Okay, so it's that easy, and this way you get more than enough food, and leather of course. So building this farm, I have to say, is almost a little bit boring. The guys were rushing the content a little bit. I would have actually preferred if we would have used our pig spawners that we obtained in 1.12 instead, because that's a bit more challenging. Of course, building only a single pig spawner farm is not too hard, but basically there's a limiting factor. So the pig spawner will only work within 16 blocks of the player. Challenge would be to fit as many pig spawners next to the player without placing too many blocks that we would block spawning spaces and basically get the maximum out of a pig spawner setup. Of course, this would need some time to develop, and yeah, this also would get super complicated trying to find or get as close as possible to that maximum different approaches. But for now, well, this is also good. Definitely want to come back to that pig spawner thing later, just for fun, but this technically provides us with enough food. Okay, so let's continue. We also have a standard villager breeder now, over here. We got the villagers for the standard iron farm, which we have over here. The really box standard design, one hostile mob in the middle, 4 cells with villagers around. That summon the iron golem on the platform down there, get flushed towards the middle, killed Balaba, and then items would go to that chest. Alright, so nothing too interesting. There's the next batch of iron golems. It's also kind of hard to make an iron farm interesting, so you can make some kind of Rube Goldberg machine. I guess you can kill the iron golems in a fancy way, but well, basically always the same standard setup where we have villagers summoning iron golems. A couple other things you can do, just lower would be a peaceful iron farm without a hostile mob. Use the setup, we also use a peaceful instead of using a hostile mob, using snowballs to scare the villagers for higher rates. But well, if you just play a normal game, this is basically what it boils down to. Alright, let's move on. What we also need is of course a lot of wood for pistons, chests, hoppers, etc. So we're gonna build a tree farm, but there we're gonna go not the classic route of TNT, we're gonna make it more interesting. Let's quickly head over to a creative world. So as I said, we're a bit in a hurry, the guys are really pushing to make progress, so I don't even have time to design a new tree farm. I'm just gonna use this classic design from 1.15, the honey blocks here, but we're gonna adjust it a little bit. So there's basically this option here that uses TNT dupers. So we just have a clock running there that it's gonna dupe TNT, which is used to blow up the logs. Okay, so we would stand here, grow the trees, they are pushed towards the TNT chamber. But I think it would actually be more interesting if I restrict myself a little bit and not use TNT duping where it's not necessary. I mean, of course, we need TNT dupers for all kinds of flying machines, world years, etc. Because we still can't move dispensers yeah, in order to easily get TNT wherever we need it. But for tree farm, man, we can also just use a TNT dispenser. Makes it a bit more interesting to also then make the whole setup TNT efficient. Of course, we don't want to waste all the gunpowder and sand. So back when I designed this machine, I already made a module that converts the incoming logs into a 1x1 block stream, and we're gonna use that instead. So what is happening here is logs get pushed in, are pushed up, and then they can easily be put into a TNT blast chamber that blows them up more efficiently. So we just basically need to copy this setup and add a TNT blast chamber to it, which I did over here. So that would be the whole idea. Yeah, all the logs that are incoming would then be pushed towards the TNT blast chamber where they're blown up more efficiently for normal TNT dispenser. So no TNT duping really required. We get the exact number, I think 270 blocks per TNT. So in order, for example, to get 1 million logs, you would only need a double chest of TNT. So this is quite efficient, and well, also makes sense that TNT duping for stuff like that is not really required. Okay, of course, the first thing we need to do in order to get the TNT would be to get gunpowder. And for that, I also have a nice little cute farm in mind that you probably also haven't seen like that before. Many years ago, I've shown you this trick here. So I can make a creeper only, or in this case, spider and creeper farm by placing top trapdoors on the second block above the spawning layer. You can prevent the spider spawning, for example, by having a couple of walls or fences here in between, because spider hitbox is larger than 1x1 block, so this would then intersect the fences and we would have a pure creeper farm. Okay, but I actually don't want a creeper only farm. I kind of also want to get some string for scaffolding and dispensers and so on. So it's definitely a useful drop. We don't really need the zombies and skeletons because in order to make a bone meal farm, probably just gonna make a moss-based farm and entirely skip getting bone meal from skeletons. And of course, the zombies only drop rotten flesh. Okay, there's one downside of this. It's kind of limiting us when it comes to clearing the spawning platform. So always one of the easiest designs for really any farm is making a flying machine that would clear mobs or harvest crops, etc. But of course the trapdoors would stick to the slime. We could replace the bottom blocks with something that doesn't stick, melons, obsidian, glazed terracotta, but no matter which type of trapdoor you see at the top, it would stick to the flying machine and would basically break it. But after the introduction to geodes, there's now an alternative. I'm just gonna set this to peaceful and show you that we can also now use the small amethyst bud. So this does have a collision box, which is also 3 pixels high like a trapdoor. We're gonna move a little bit away, set the game to difficulty when mobs spawn. You can see we get the same result, and slime doesn't stick to that. It was actually changed in one of the early snapshots. First, amethyst buds were sticking to slime, but not anymore. We can fly a flying machine through this and make a simple creeper and spider farm. Of course, the rates won't be crazy, but early game, we're happy if we get a little bit of gunpowder. Will actually be quite efficient. I mean, we can build it in a perimeter, expect to get a couple thousand gunpowder per hour. And remember, for 1 double chest of TNT, you can get 1 million logs. So nothing crazy is required right now. Okay, so this is the farm right here. You actually have to excuse distant horizons. That's a bit annoying in the creative worlds. Every time I use distant horizons, I get this weird bar in the middle. Kind of too lazy to throw it out now, but hopefully it's not too irritating. Anyway, so here we have the farm, the flying machine now. Here's I'm using pumpkins here, and we can stop the flying machine here. Would push the spiders over, the creepers. Get dropped down, and there's here a little return station using a piston that triggers the server. And at the bottom we just have soul campfire, just a little bit lower so the light level doesn't affect the spawning platform. Now with the new mob spawning rules, even light level 1 would already stop the mob spawning. Okay, so yeah, we have a like 30 blocks long and 10 blocks wide spawning platform. This would also require us to get 5 stacks of the small amethyst bird, which Jorge has already been doing. So he just went to a geode and harvested the small amethyst bursts as soon as they grew. Didn't even take too long. He was streaming, I had to find something to do anyway, and yeah, we have this already. Okay, so of course, it's not the most efficient farm. I think it's just a fun idea, and it's something new we can do with the other blocks. No need for a 1 million gunpowder per hour farm. So this is enough. Okay, here you can just stop the flying machine by powering the block here. So this piston is getting powered by quasi-connectivity. And to launch it again, we unpower it. But of course, it wouldn't get updated. That's why we have the observer that updates the piston head and then flies in that direction again. Easy on-off switch for the flying machine. Alright, then let's build this up in survival. Alright, so this farm provides us with around 5,000 gunpowder and 2,500 string power. Pretty decent and is enough to get started. So if you would build a farm like this in a non-primitive environment, so just above normal terrain, it obviously would be slower. You could, of course, make the farm larger in order to get a roughly same amount of drops, but this would then really get expensive with the amethyst. So here 5 stacks was easily doable, but if you would need like thousands to have enough spawning spaces, it would get kind of expensive, I guess. But for us, it was a really good choice. Right, then we need a second ingredient to make the TNT, of course, sand. And in early game, it's definitely an option just to go to the desert and dig a bit. Especially now that we have the Allays, which are kind of helpful for that. So we wanted to try that out. I talked to Jorge and we decided to capture some Allays. We found a woodland mansion on our way to the mangrove swamp biome. Usually there's some prison cells in there that contain Allays. So plan is to get some of those guys and go to the next desert and mine a little bit for sand so we can craft TNT.
Yeah, yes.
Did you grab some string? Do we have slime? Do we have leads now?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
If we do have slime, we have...
Grab the slime from there, I'll grab the string.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna fly to the slime farm.
I think we have enough slime in the storage.
In the storage?
I brought it over.
Okay.
Yeah. Like not in the storage, but like in one of the shulker boxes. That is like temporary for the...
One of the shulker boxes.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
There's water buckets.
Yeah, around those...
Oh, I actually found slime blocks. There's 7 slime balls as well. I'm just gonna take those.
I think that is, yeah.
Okay, then... Can you give me a string? Like? Yes. Yeah, 32 leads will be enough.
Yeah.
Alright.
I have 50 too.
Can I get some leads?
Yeah, sure.
Where was this?
Okay, so west.
Outpost as well.
Let's go west.
Northeast.
It's like 2,000 blocks.
Gotta be a bit to the right. I see some mushrooms there. Maybe that the roofed forest? He's gonna get rid of the scoreboard.
There. New demands, yeah.
Oh, here,
So, yeah.
mob switches off.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting then.
Yeah, the pillagers are shooting at my Allays.
What?
That's kind of...
Why would you do that?
What is this?
Well, they're shooting at me, but hitting the Allays.
Oh, that's a portal. Oh god, I never seen this kind of portal. This is a huge portal.
Oh, this is a natural generated one.
Yeah, I've never seen this kind of.
Okay, yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here, I think. After this forest. There we go.
Okay.
It's a huge one.
Oh yeah, it's huge. One of those.
Yeah, badly generated ones. Okay, let me get a sword, I guess.
We just should just rush through it, or somebody was here already. There's an end portal.
Oh really?
Yeah. See if it's raided. Maybe if there are Malays left.
Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah, there is an import here. What?
Oh, I found the prison cells. There's Allays. Yeah, already got it. That was easy.
That was fast. Where are you? Oh, here.
Ah.
There you go.
So I got 2.
Yeah, you got also 2. Oh, there is one stuck there.
Oh.
Oh, it broke.
Already annoying. Let's go.
If we give them an item, are they going to follow us?
Yeah, but they're pretty slow. I feel like. Or are they fast? I'm not sure. Should I just give them an item? We can also try that. But I feel like they're pretty dumb. Let's see what they do. Oh, they're kinda coming. They're kinda coming. Okay.
How do they even get the item? Just throw them?
No, click and...
Oh.
Right click. Kinda works though. We see where's the closest desert.
Hey, Jory, you want to take care of this
pretty
guy
far
behind
away,
me?
probably near the mesa.
I see one over there.
Yeah, I think
it's actually hard to judge
oh,
if
yeah,
this how far they're away.
No, he broke. Oh no, nice.
We go up a bit.
Is there another one?
No, that's actually... Oh, no, it's over there. Yeah. It's not too far away. It's in the southwest.
Southwest?
Mm-hmm.
From where?
From here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna fly like 100 meters if the Allays will follow.
Oh, I'm just going to walk. If I jump, do they follow?
Yeah, or you can't see them anymore. That's kind of scary. I'm not sure if they're lost already.
Yeah.
Oh, one is coming at least. Yeah, one is coming. And the second one, yeah, it kind of works. I can't believe it. Proper pathfinding in Minecraft? What is this? Definitely take it step by step though, so they don't get like out of render distance.
Oh no, the other one get lost. Here it is.
Yeah, I only have one now. Never mind.
No, the Allays.
Oh, here it is. Oh, come on. Why fly in the hole? Yeah, it starts again.
So we need to bring this to a desert. This one. Southwest, yeah.
Yeah, it's over the jungle basically.
Oh man. Actually following pretty fast.
Hmm. I have the feeling they will definitely get stuck in the bamboo forest here. Should I maybe
Yeah, it's
try
going
it?
to
I think I'm just gonna try the leads. Already lost them again. There's one. There's the other guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk them with the leads. I think they're also pretty fast. You can just pull them. It's not like an animal that you have to be slow for. Yeah.
Yeah. To make a boat here.
It's not too bad. I was thinking the same, yeah. What's the correct tool for bamboo? Is it the sword?
The sword, yeah. And
I'll make my
axe.
way through there. Shetty.
Yeah, the leads were pretty fast. It's pretty nice. Just with a boat here in a river. Oh, these new rivers are actually really nice for the boats.
Oh, I shouldn't have tried to cross the
Yeah.
jungle. It's the
They're in
worst.
the desert. They
Ah.
already arrived. Yeah, we're already here.
Oh my god. Tries to get to the note block.
Hmm?
Oh, he got in the boat.
Sorry.
Oh lol, it's true. Forgot that they actually go for note blocks.
Yeah, he got some of the redstone and wasn't go to the note block.
Look at him.
Can someone speak?
Oh, by the
I
way, you
guess-
also can't hit them if they belong to you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about accidentally punching them or something like that.
Do we have a bed in the storage somewhere?
Above, yeah.
Oh,
Got a
up there.
friend in me? Okay.
How do you
You've
get
got
the
friend
item?
in me.
Oh,
in it?
did she deliver items to me now? Yeah, because it was next to me,
Like
I
that?
guess.
There is no advancement for... There is an advancement. Oh, look at them pick the sun. Alright, so we just dig here or what? But I don't think 2 is enough though.
How far is it? Almost through the desert at least. The jungle.
Can they burn? Like, are they flammable? If you're in a Never, for example, and you take them with you?
Well,
They can burn.
they can burn, but they won't die.
Unless you have lava, then you can.
Okay.
Yeah, lava is fast enough.
So I wouldn't actually bring them to the nether, to be honest. Right now we can't dupe them, so kind of precious.
Yeah, also, I mean, most of the times you don't need that stuff in the Never anyway, that you pick up. Like Never Rick and so on.
So we just wait here.
How'd you swap out what he's holding?
Right click.
Empty hand. I think I lost one.
Better get it back.
Oh, it's here. Yeah, it actually came to me.
I think I'm just gonna mine until my shovel is about to break. Like 4 boxes.
Yeah, same.
So we were digging sand for a bit over 10 minutes and got also a bit over 10 shulker boxes of sand. Definitely enough to get started. So the experience with the Allays was pretty nice. It was not a real problem to get them here, even through the jungle, which maybe with the mangrove swamp is the worst possible biome, especially with all the bamboo in the way, to bring the Allays here. I didn't really dare flying with the Elytra because I'm pretty sure the leader would have broken, but maybe should have tried that as well. But yeah, definitely a nice surprise that you can easily transport those guys. Then yeah, the Allays helping with the sand pickup also was a huge help. I tried this in a snapshot already, so I only had 2 this time. I felt like they couldn't really keep up. It's probably better if you get 3, 4, or 5 of those guys. Then you don't need to worry about the sand getting picked up at all. Also in general, yeah, really like the Allays for this task. There's also another way of mining sand with TNT. You don't need to worry about the Allays being blown up because they can't be hit if they're by player damage basically. So if you ignite the TNT with some flint and steel, so it's player activated, you don't need to worry about the Allays. But I've tested this already in the snapshots as well, only for 5 minutes or so, and I didn't like the results at all. It was quite tedious, and the numbers I got in a short test weren't really convincing, but I could maybe try this a bit more thoroughly, maybe in a separate video once. So TNT, yeah, digging for sand, my experience so far was not worth it, but I'm gonna do a proper test at some point. Alright, so that's all for today. Next episode we're gonna build that tree farm and also build a couple other early game farms to get started. Thanks guys for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!